I cried for help. I screamed into silence, hoping someone, anyone, would answer. But no one came. Not when it mattered. Not when the weight was crushing me from the inside out. They all heard me falling. They just didn't care to catch me. So I sat there, broken, bleeding, begging, waiting for something, anything that looked like care. But all I got was silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind that wraps around your throat and makes you question if you ever mattered at all. And that's when I realized this silence wasn't here to save me. It was here to shape me. So I stopped crying, stopped begging, stopped hoping. I took everything they ignored, every wound, every scar, every unspoken breakdown, and I turned it into fuel. Because no one is more dangerous than the one who learned to walk through hell without screaming. I stopped being the victim. I became the weapon. Because what choice did I have? They left me in the dark, so I learned to see in the dark. They threw dirt on me, so I learned to grow beneath it. They wanted me silent. Now, my silence is what haunts them. I don't need to speak. I just need to move. Every breath I take now is a reminder, a threat to the ones who prayed I would never rise. They told me I wouldn't make it, and I believed them for a while. But then I looked at what they built, comfort, cowardice, complacency, and I realized I never wanted to be like them. I wasn't made for comfort. I was made for war. With myself, with the weak parts, with the broken thoughts, the doubt they planted in my chest. And I killed it all. Now all that's left is fire. I didn't grow strong because I wanted to. I grew strong because I had to, because no one was coming. No rescue, no safety net, no applause. Just me and that voice in my head saying, they were wrong. They were all wrong. So I stopped talking and started building. While they laughed, I worked. While they pointed fingers, I sharpened mine into blades. And when I finally stood again, I wasn't the same. The soft part of me, the part that waited to be saved, was gone. This version of me, the one they see now, that's the silence they created. That's the ghost of the boy they abandoned, wearing armor made of every ignored cry. You see, they thought I would disappear, fade, crumble, but I didn't. I evolved. They built me wrong, and I rebuilt myself right. No instructions, no help, just grit, just darkness, just me. Now they whisper, they stare, they try to rewrite history. I always believed in you, they'll say, but where were they when I needed belief the most? Where were they when the world closed in and I had no air? Where were they when all I had left was a choice between ending it and becoming something they'd never understand? They weren't there. So I buried that version of me, the version that waited, that begged. And in that grave, I planted the seeds of a monster that doesn't need validation, doesn't need their love, doesn't need their presence. Because I am presence. I am proof. I am payback. They say silence is weakness, but I learned that silence is power. Power because it makes them guess. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them remember every time they left me alone. Now I walk into rooms and the air gets heavy because they can feel it. they can feel what I've become. And the best part, I never had to say a word, so let them think you're quiet. Let them think you're soft. Let them think you're broken. Because one day, they'll look around and realize you weren't broken. You were becoming. They'll realize the silence they ignored is the same silence that made you dangerous. Not angry, not loud, dangerous. Because when you rise without warning, without noise, without help, they never see you coming. And by the time they do, it's too late. I cried for help. Then I stopped. I became the silence. And that silence became the thing they fear most.